I'm geeking out over you. I have been a fan of your dad since I was a kid. I mean, NWA, Ice Cube, he's such an important figure in my life. And then he had you, and watching you being your dad in Straight Outta Compton. Like, did he encourage you to do this?
Yeah, he's the greatest coach you could ever ask for. I was at the university. Yes, indeed. But I was a student at the University of Southern California. I was there for screenwriting, and in the middle of my second year, my dad was like, they're taking this NWA movie serious, and I'm like, oh man, that's good, Dad. I'm happy for you. He was like, no, in a perfect world, I would want you to play me. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I ended up leaving school. I auditioned for 2 years to get the role.
Really?
Yeah, right?
He's your dad, so why wouldn't this happen?
But
Well, it is. It just takes 2 years.
But I had to work for it because I was just a guy off the couch. So I've just been trying to make it work ever since.
Okay. Is it true, Gerard, that you were in a rock band?
Yeah. I was, actually. But they weren't...
What did you do? Paint the picture. What music were you doing? What were you inspired by? How did you dress? What position did you play? I want the whole visual.
Well, by the way, but just firstly, stimulated by that conversation, because, I love how deep you like to go in these discussions, because at first I was going to make the joke saying, I didn't have a parent like that, so I didn't have that feeling to try and extend the family name. Mine was coming from the opposite direction and trying to become a family name. My dad was a bookie, my mum was a teacher, and to me it was like, imagine I could break out of that and go into something that I love. What a great story that would be, and how, because I always felt that in my soul. I was following my passion. I actually went from being a lawyer, as I think you know, to being an actor. So I had something that would, at least in a more kind of responsible way, have lifted. And my family weren't poor, but they weren't exactly rich. We were kind of, say, upper working class.
I like how you said poor.
What did...
Poor.
What did your, family think when they saw, the poster of 300? What was their reaction?
Son, what are you wearing? Round your shoulders, and you keep your voice down, you have to shout that loud. And why are you wearing those leather underpants? It was more, I don't know if my mum was ever like, now that's cool. I mean, she was proud. She could see the reaction that I had around the world, so she was definitely proud. The whole family were proud, but it wasn't their kind of movie, I mean, what do they say now? Because look at you, decades later, you're consistently working, you're a huge movie star. Does that feel more, all right, he's good, he's safe, we love him, he's doing his job, he's solid. Yeah, he's solid. I think it's funny, we don't discuss my career that much. They might say, what are you up to now? What are you? But it's not. At first, it was like, wait, what? You're doing this?
Yeah, you're taking this huge leap, this stupid risk. What are you doing?
Yes.
Is it now okay?
How was work today?
Yeah.
It's like that. In fact, when I was home at Christmas, because I did this animated movie where I play St. Nicholas. I play Big Nick in this, and then I'm St. Nick in this animated movie. I went from one to the other. And I showed it to my family. I showed it to my mum. It's super cute. But I realized they came to a couple of premieres, but we have never sat in the house and watched any of my movies in 20 years. And my mum wasn't very well, so she didn't have a choice. She was in bed in the house, so I made her watch it.
Right.
Yeah, no, it was good. I just forced it on her. Like, you have no choice now, Mum. You are watching me.
I'm Santa Claus.
And what did she think?
She slept through most of it. And then went, oh, that was great, son. That was good.
Oh, that is so sweet. Okay, wait. So I didn't have that sort of family, pride thing. And then I had these two daughters. And I was like, well, I don't want to be the parent that's like, hey, kids, you know what we're doing tonight? We're watching one of my movies. So I had to let them find them on their own. Yeah. And then they started calling them mom movies. Oh. And they would say, we're going to watch a mom movie.
Oh, that's beautiful.
My daughter went to the movie theaters to go see Wicked, and the Den of Thieves 2 poster was there, and she flipped out seeing me on a wall. I'm just like, yeah, you got a cool dad. Like, I've been trying to tell you for years that, like, these schoolyard girls don't got it. All right, you got it.
Well, let's talk about the movie, because I watched it last night. I loved the film. And you guys, this is your second film together. This is Den of Thieves 2. But is it true also that you guys were neighbors, and was there a workout situation, like a trainer?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, well, the problem was, O'Shea had the villa first. Beautiful, by the way, under this volcano. It was one of the most beautiful views I've ever seen.
I loved it.
Good. And there was a villa next door. It was a little bit smaller, but, you know, I thought I'm going to try and pull rank here. Then I realized I don't have any rank here, and he was here first. So I'll go in this villa, and he would train in the morning, and he would come. And sometimes you've been working till 7 or 8 in the morning. I'm exhausted, and he'd be up at 10:30 in the morning, and he screams when he trains, and he screams at his trainer,
Can you
and he
give
has
us
a beatbox.
one? Can I hear one of those sounds? Like, what does it sound like?
They're all profanities.
But like, is it like, ooh, or is it like,
It's a lot of you know, a lot of that, and
Very similar.
a lot of profanities. You know, you gotta get it out. You gotta let that profanity out every now and then.
He'd also, there was a wall, and it was right next to my bedroom, and he would just put his beatbox, which was huge, like this size, on the wall, play his music top volume, and go, ah, you know, sorry. By the way, this dog
Yelling at Douglas, bro.
Sorry, Douglas. That's a good Scottish name.
By the way, I loved the movie, and like, I had such a good time watching it, and I'm
Good.
so glad
Isn't it great? Isn't it?
that it's successful enough, because they also don't do sequels unless they think, you know, it came from a successful film. So, and this is no exception. The last time you were here, Gerard, we had a lot of fun. We played a game. You were the best sport. It was a game called What's Under Rossi's Kilt. So, you know, if there's 2 Den of Thieves, can there be 2 What's Under Rossi's Kilt?
Yes.
All right, we're going to a quick commercial break, and as soon as we come back, we're going to play another round of What's Under Rossi's Kilt. I don't know